Hey sweet friends, I'm Heidi with Heavenly Minded Home and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So I feel like last week we were dealing with a really heavy topic, and rightfully so, but we were talking about parenting in these end of days. But today, this week's video is going to be much more lighthearted, but still pretty important, I think. This is a question that I get asked all of the time, and I hate talking about it because, not that I don't mind you guys asking me questions, because I really don't, but it's this whole channel, everything we do, I don't do it because it's about me, you know what I mean? So kind of putting that focus makes me like, it's not about me, who cares? But yet, I watch these types of videos too, and I understand like the question and the wanting to know, so therefore I'm going to answer it. But the question most always goes something along the lines of, oh my goodness, how do you do your makeup? What type of mascara do you use? All of those types of questions. You know, what's a simple, budget-friendly, easy mom makeup routine, things like that. I know I've shared a couple things here and there throughout the years of vlogging and stuff, but today I'm going to show you guys everything that I have been using and loving. The focus on all of this is, number one, to glorify the Lord God. And that means that it's not about me, it's not a focus on me and how I look and all of those different things. It's about adorning myself, not the external, but the internal, that I am glorifying the Lord in everything, and that's how I am a beautiful human being. It has nothing to do with the way that I look. So in the things that I share, I'll share with you guys that I've gone for long periods of times where I've never been like a crazy makeup person, but I put way too much focus and effort into that. I was a total makeup snob. I did all of the things. My walk with the Lord also wasn't very good, let me note. And then I've gone for long periods of times where I have worn no makeup whatsoever. And so the happy medium that I have found now is because it's what my husband likes. He likes that I have a little bit of makeup on. I look a little more put together. My makeup routine is the same every single day. It literally never changes. I don't just put on makeup on days when I'm like recording a video or doing something. Like, I look the same every single day. I have the same routine. Every morning I get up, I do the same thing. I get ready, I get dressed, and put a little something on my face every single day. That's what it is. It's not a show. It's not something exciting. It's just literally what I do every day. I will share with you guys that what I have found over the years is the simpler I want to keep my makeup is really easy to do when I take better care of my skin, right? The times that I am wanting to pile the most stuff onto my face is usually when my skin is the worst and I don't want to see it. So I want to somehow try to make it like disappear so I don't have to. So skincare, I would say, is more important than some great cheap makeup tips. That's the water that you're drinking every day. Drink tons of it. If your skin doesn't look too good, up your water intake. That is the food you eat, right? Eat God's natural foods. Cut out all of the sugar and the processed stuff. It's going to make your skin look a lot better, and the rest of your body too. Bringing in different vitamins and things like that if you're lacking. They say, you know, take your ACE bandage, vitamins A, C, and E, and that is going to start making a huge difference. So those things right there are already going to make a big difference. Water, eating real food, and cutting out all the sugars and processed stuff. And then if you start taking, you know, some supplements and things like that to help your body restore those things. So for me, I'm just going to share with you what I use and what I do. Take it for what it's worth if this can help you. I understand that, you know, being a biblical woman and going about things with a biblical perspective, you know, there is something in being orderly and kempt and put together and, you know, having a little something. It's not that makeup is bad and evil and sinful or anything like that. The love, idolatry, being wrapped up in these things, having, you know, your self-worth come from this, you know, that's where we start to see issues. But using these things and enjoying them is okay. And so speaking with other biblical women and saying, hey, you know, what are your tips and tricks? What do you use? What are you loving? Things like that is always super helpful. So let's go ahead and share with that in mind. Something that I've been using for a little while now, and I will link all of these things down in the description too, is I've been getting horrible breakouts along my jawbone here. I am still partially nursing our youngest, who just turned 3. She does not want to give it up anytime soon, I don't think. And so I have been dealing with a host of mineral, vitamin imbalances and just hormonal issues and things as we are in this extended breastfeeding journey. And so in dealing with that with her, I've been having a lot of like jawline hormonal breakouts and things like that, which is not fun. But again, if we're looking at our skincare first before we get into makeup, I'm telling you guys, it's worth the time. So I found this. It came highly recommended on Amazon, and I've even actually found it in a local grocery store. The price is about the same, and I love it. Like, my bottle's empty because I actually need another one, but I'm going to show you. It's this one, this Desert Essence face wash here. I absolutely love this. So like I said, I will link this down below, this Desert Essence. I really love it. It says it's made for oily skin. It does have tea tree oil in it, so you're not going to want to get it into your eyeballs. And it is very, very strong, the scent, but it's natural. I love it. And my perfect combo that I found with this stuff, you guys, is when I take my shower in the evening. I got this thing. I got one for my teenage son too. I wish I would have had one of these like my whole life. It's silicone and it's got these little scrubby doo guys, and there's bigger ones back here. That's my technical term, scrubby doodad guys. And what I do is I just put like a pump of this onto this every evening when I get in the shower. You turn it on. You can turn it on here, and then you can like up the intensity or lower it down or whatever. But I get it wet. I put a pump of this onto this. Go to town, scrub in my face. I don't wear a lot of eye makeup, which we will get to. I promise. I know that you guys, the tagline says something about makeup, and I'm talking about skincare, but skincare is far more important than any makeup you put on your face, I promise you. If you make this a priority, everything else will be better. And you can get away with using really cheap, really minimal makeup and looking really put together when you have really nice skin, I promise you. But I put one pump on here and do this to scrub my whole face. You are not going to want to get this Desert Essence stuff in your eyeballs. So what I do is I usually, if I have a little bit of soap left on my hands after washing my hair, or I'll just put a little bit of just my regular body wash, literally like a teeny little dollop of soap on my fingers, and I'll just kind of rub off any makeup like mascara that I might have on my eyes, and it comes off really super simple. But using this thing along with this Desert Essence has been phenomenal for clearing out my skin. Mind you, when you first start using it, you might have what seems like more breakouts. Anytime you use something like that, it's flushing everything out. It's pushing everything out. So yes, it might look worse at first. I promise you, stick with it. I love it. I only use it once a day. I wash my face really, really well in the evenings when I take my shower. And in the morning, I just rinse off with warm water. That's it. I don't put anything else on. You could if you feel so inclined or your skin really needs it. For me, once is sufficient. So that's what I wash everything with. After I have washed everything, my friend recommended this next product, and it was, for me, it was a splurge. I had a couple gift cards and I got it when there was a sale. So I was able to get the big size one, but it is this Pixie Glow Tonic from Target. I've used the Tarte Deep Sea. I don't think I have it. I didn't grab it and bring it out here, but I've used other kind of facial tonics and cleansers and stuff before. My friend recommended this one to me, and like I said, I had a couple gift cards and there was a sale, so I was able to get the large bottle. I've been using this twice a day for like the past month. Has it been maybe even a little longer? Month, I would say. And you can see I've only utilized that very little top of the bottle here. But this Glow Tonic is awesome. I have cotton balls. I rip them in half, so I go through one cotton ball per day. Half a cotton ball, I just put just a little bit of this on it just to give it enough. Wipe my whole face. So this is after I've cleaned my face, get out of the shower, I put on this Glow Tonic. I do this in the morning too, so I'll rinse off my face with warm water, and then I'll swipe a little bit of this Glow Tonic around my skin. The next thing I'll do is, I will link this down below, but Tree of Life, they are huge on Amazon, but they have these different serums and things. There is a third one, the vitamin C. I ran out of it and I haven't been able to get any new ones yet. So I've picked up these things like little by little over the months, but now that like throughout this past year that I've collected these things, I have found they all work really, really well. And so that's why I'm totally down to share all this with you guys. But Tree of Life, you can get their retinol serum, their hyaluronic acid serum, and like I said, the vitamin C, which I'm out of. So at night, I put on the retinol serum, and then this acid serum here is going to give you great moisture. So I put on the retinol serum. Normally I would put on vitamin C. I put on this one, and then I put on a little bit of moisturizer. At night, I actually have, and I didn't bring it in here, let me just go get it. So at night, I have this Dove body cream, beauty cream moisturizer. There's this pink one, and then there's also a blue one. The blue one is a lot thicker. I use it for like my hands and stuff. These are at Dollar Tree. And one of these lasts me like months on end, literally months and months and months. And so it's not organic, it's not whatever, but my skin, like at night, if I want a really deep moisturizer on to help kind of repair, especially wintertime, it's not as humid out. So again, evening time, Desert Essence on my cool silicone spongy thing. Then I do a little bit of Glow Tonic. I put the Tree of Life sermons, tell where my head is, serums on, and then a tiny dollop of the Dove Super Moisturizer, whatever. Use what's best for you. That's what I use. In the morning, I just do a little bit of warm water. Most mornings I put on a little bit of Glow Tonic. To be for real, some days I don't though. I put on all but the retinol serum. I did it again. I said serum. I don't put on the retinol in the morning. I just put on this one and the vitamin C, normally when I have it. And then I put on a little bit of moisturizer. This is one that I just so happen to have. It came in some like free trial sample size, whatever. So this is Perlis green tea antioxidant priming moisturizer. I like it okay. I have no idea anything about it though. It's what I have, so what I use. If I don't happen to have that, I will just put, tiny bit of coconut oil, or I'll put just a tiny little, I'll put some lotion on my hands in the morning, and then whatever's left over, I'll rub onto my skin. I'm not very particular with that. Hold please. Okay, so those are the things that I do to try to keep my skin healthy. And again, the healthier you can keep your skin, I feel like the more you can really get away with minimal, cheap makeup. That's what I have found in my experience anyways. So for me, I do like to put on a little bit of makeup each day just to kind of help even stuff out. It makes me feel a little more put together. My husband appreciates it. So I feel like all of those factors work together. But for me, what I use is I have this Rimmel Stay Matte foundation. I usually get this CoverGirl Clean Matte BB Cream. To be honest, I needed more of this. They were out of it. I don't know why I still hold on to this practically empty container. They didn't have it at the store, so I found this. It was like nearly, they're both ridiculously cheap, like maybe $5-6. So this is really thin. Obviously, it's a BB cream, so you could put it on almost like a lightweight moisturizer and kind of just like put a little on my hand and just kind of rub it everywhere. Almost like a moisturizer. I've kind of really been digging this, to be honest with you. I've also used this Brightening Creamy Concealer by Maybelline. Again, I'll link all these things down below. It comes in a stick form, and I will just kind of like up here, down my nose, under my eyeballs, and kind of these around my nose mouth area where I have more redness. Would put a little bit on of this. Or the other thing that is right here, that I got again in like some bag, but you can get it super cheap at like, I think if I gave you guys the Amazon link so you guys can see it, it's really expensive, but if you go to like your CVS, it's like $3-4 bucks. But it's this Be Bright, nothing is focusing because I don't do this, but this Be Bright concealer, and it comes on something like this. So again, I just put a little under my eyes, a couple swipes up here, stripe down my nose, and then a little bit around my kind of nose and mouth, just a couple spots. So these things all last me for forever, but these are ones that I've really liked. But like I said, I am loving this. I've had the same bottle for longer than I probably should tell you guys about, and it still has tons in it. So what I do after I've done my skincare routine, every single morning, I take this Stay Matte one and I put a tiny little dollop on my finger, really small. I then kind of take my fingers, I put a dot here under my eyes, dot up here, dot on each side of my nose, and then like I said, a couple around here, and maybe a couple right here where sometimes I get, you know, just kind of yucky things. And then I have an old, many years old, it's from IT Cosmetics, but I have a very old just foundation brush that I then take and just rub all of that out and all around. So I use it more like a concealer to just kind of get a couple areas where my, you know, skin could just use a little bit of help, and then I just kind of buff it out around from there, making sure I get down on my neck, and that's it. That's literally the extent of that. I have a cheap e.l.f. angled brush that I go ahead and take. This is a Rimmel natural bronzer. This is one of my favorite bronzers, and it's usually hard to find, but I'll take this and put a little bit kind of up my cheekbones, and then a little bit up here at the top, and like a stripe down on each side of my nose. Sometimes I just kind of shoop, 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 like that. Takes me a couple seconds, but I do put a little bit of color in. Bronzer or a blush, I do a little bit of something, but again, just to put a little something on my cheeks. I usually put a little bit up here on the top, and then that's it. That's the extent of my non-exciting setup that I do. The next thing that I do, once I've kind of put the foundation, the bottom layer of my face on, is I most always have used the e.l.f. eyebrow pencil, again, just because it's like the cheapest one you could buy, but I happened to get this in a, a friend got me a subscription to an Ipsy bag, and that's where I got all of these little goodies in, but like I said, I don't get into all of that stuff, so I actually couldn't tell you anything about this brand. What is this? Trestique instead of Très Chic. But I started, if you guys have followed me for long enough, you know the moment when I first did this, but I started filling in my eyebrows a little bit. I overwaxed my eyebrows for so many years, like as a teenager and a young adult, that I have many areas where they just don't grow anymore, and it doesn't look very good. And so I started using this, so I just take a little bit, literally the lightest, thinnest, whatever, and I help just kind of fill in a little bit. This one has the brow like mascara stuff on the bottom of it, but I normally just use e.l.f. is usually what makes up like the most of my everything, because you can go to Walmart or Target and they're the cheapest things there. They have their Wow Brow, which there's like nothing left in this. I need to just throw it away. You can tell I haven't cleaned this out. I probably should have cleaned it out before I started doing this for you guys. But I normally would take this e.l.f. Wow Brow, just kind of fill that over my eyebrows, and then take my e.l.f. pencil normally and just kind of fill in my couple spots where stuff doesn't grow anymore to help kind of put that together. So for me, I always make sure, this is just a cheap Walmart, I always make sure to curl my eyelashes just to help give me a little up and up there. This is a very old Bare Essentials eyeshadow brush that I've had since I was a teenager. In my famous Ipsy bag, I got this palette of just some different eyeshadows. The only other thing I would have is a friend of mine for my birthday last year got me this super fancy Tarte Cosmetics. Even keeps a little thingy on it, but this Tarte Cosmetics eyeshadow palette. these two items will probably last me like the next 20 years of my life. But I do go ahead and put on just a little bit of eyeshadow. I usually take my darker color and put a couple little kind of here in my crease and right here out to the side. I do that on each side. I take the lighter and just do a little tiny to define up here, and then the shimmer I'll put a little tiny bit on my eyelid. Rarely ever put on any eyeliner or anything like that. And then I most usually always have, again, the e.l.f. Mascara. Any of their mascaras, I don't even care. I just get whatever one is available and cheap. I happen to have, because it came with a Tarte thing that someone got me, this Tarte Surfer Curl that they have. I have a friend who's really into Tarte cosmetics, and they have really nice stuff, especially for, it's all pretty natural and vegan and all of that stuff, I think. This, I got a sample of it in this thing that she got me. Their Man Eater mascara is phenomenal. It's a really, really, really good mascara. Again, it came with my thing she got me, so I have, you know, my little bit in here that I use. But if you wanted to spend money on it, they are really good ones. I personally don't. If it's gifted to me and I have it, that's super awesome. It's a total treat. But if I'm going to the store to get it, I'm getting the cheapest e.l.f. one or whatever I find in a clearance bin or whatever. And I will make it last for a very long time. So right now I have the Surfer Curl from Tarte. I like it. I don't have any, again, I don't get super wrapped up into it. But I think to be able to, you know, I put a little bit on my uppers and my lowers, and then that's it. That's the extent. Sometimes I'll put on a little bit of lip gloss or something. I have various random lip gloss, or this one's got a little bit of a tint in it. Every once in a while I'll put on a little something. Any little lip things I have are things that we've either picked up in random clearance bins or they came with some little kit or something like that. But for me, making sure that this allows me to feel a little more put together. I think it's something nice to do for my husband, and it's something that I know he enjoys. And then I love the fact that for me, I'm taking care of my skin. It helps me to feel comfortable in my own skin. Not that I need it. Like I said, I could happily go without makeup, but this is something that, you know, he's brought up that my husband really appreciates. And I like being able to kind of take, guys, it doesn't even take me 10 minutes start to finish. Like, I get up, I wash off my face, brush my teeth, do my skincare routine, throw in my makeup, I'm dressed and out of the room in, you know, 10 minutes every morning. So it's not something I spend a lot of time on. It's not something I put a lot of focus on that means a lot, but I do enjoy taking the couple minutes in the morning. This is a time where for me, I'm praying or I'm listening to scripture. I kind of take those few moments every morning to get myself ready and prepared. So then when we have to run out for an appointment or go to the grocery store, or somebody's gonna stop by or something crazy happens or whatever, I'm ready and put together, so I'm good to do whatever. Like I said, literally my get ready routine is the same every single day. It never changes. And so taking those couple minutes to do that, which allows me to be ready, really does make such a great difference, as again, my focus every day is to serve as in serving the Lord. And so not that, you know, people need to see me with makeup on in order to enjoy my company or whatever, but just knowing that I've taken a couple minutes to put that together. I'm taking what's important to my husband about my appearance and putting that into practice, and then just making sure that I'm keeping myself together and just overall put together in a way that is very minimal, it's very simple, it's very quick, and it doesn't cost me hardly any money at all. Again, I will link all of these things down below for you guys. I've either, you know, I've added these things in over the past few years. You would probably be disturbed to know how long some of this makeup has been around with me, because again, I use just so little of it that it lasts me a really, really, really long time. But I hope that this can be a blessing for you guys. Again, it feels awkward to do these videos because it's not about me and what I put on my face, but I know I, like you guys as well, have had so many times where I'm like, what is out there that is good, right? You know, that somebody could share. You know, I want to have something on and be somewhat put together, but I don't want to spend oodles and oodles of dollars. I don't want to, go through all of that. For me, it is my goal to try to take care of my body, my skin, and, these different things so that way they can be healthy and they can look good on their own. And then I can use things that are very simple, very minimal, very cheap to kind of just polish off those things for me. That is something that my husband enjoys and appreciates me doing. It allows me to feel a little more put together. I enjoy looking at these things that do kind of, I don't know, they kind of help us in that way of femininity, right? Like wearing dresses, getting up, putting on a little makeup in the morning, having very simple jewelry, doing my nails, right? Something like that I do that's very cheap. It's very simple. It's literally such a small fraction of my time, my money, my focus, my thoughts, any of that, but little intentional things that I can do that helps me to feel a little bit better, feel a little more feminine, a little more put together, that my husband appreciates and looks forward to. And again, being able to have this where it is my routine. So hopefully this can be something to help you guys out. I know for so many of us, you're working on the things, right? Looking at yourself, we've got to get our walk with the Lord right above all. But then there's the little practicalities of our homes and ourselves, our children, our homeschool, to try to get put together and lined up with those biblical habits and those biblical mindset as the foundation of everything. And so being able to share things like this, I know Joy Forney, my sweet friend, I just adore her, and she was one of the first people I found on YouTube years back talking about kind of femininity and how to have a simple kind of routine that, yes, it's feminine and it's putting these things, kind of in that list of things that you're going to take care of, but in a God-honoring way. And so I hope that is what I am sharing with you all as well. I've really been enjoying, I know this is just such a light-hearted topic. It's so weird to even talk about and share because I'm nothing fancy or exciting, but hopefully it can still be of help to you guys. But we've really been digging in deep over with the HMH Collective. So that's the membership group here on YouTube I've shared with you guys. We are working through our New Year Refresh and Refocus, working through habits, spiritual habits, physical habits, mental habits, and really digging into those and like having that group for that like community and accountability to work through these different topics and really form new good habits. And so we've been over there digging in so much. I love you girls. You're all so amazing, and I thank you so much for doing it. You guys are all welcome to come and join us. If you click that join button on our channel, you can give a donation and come over and join us. We've got so many just giveaways and perks and exclusive videos, things like that over there. So would love to have you come and join us. You know that this, to a degree, is going to start being kind of the topic of conversation when we get into the physical aspects, looking at those habits. But again, the most important thing is getting our walk right with the Lord, which I know you guys know and understand the weight of that. But then being able to have these little simple things that help you to feel a little bit better, a little more put together, is something that really helps. And again, making sure that it's minimal, it's simple, it's really, really, really cheap, which is a super win in my book, is so nice. And I know it's something that I really enjoy. It is nice to feel put together every day to go and face whatever it is that the Lord's going to put on your plate that day anyways. So hope this can be a blessing to you guys. Hopefully you'll come over and join me over in the collective. We got a bunch of stuff going on over there. Otherwise, I've got a new design coming out in our Heirs of the Promise shop. I debut those on Friday with a little video telling you more about it. This week's is a really cool design. I know I think I say that every week, but I can't wait to share it with you guys. I ended up with 2 bonus designs on top of the originally scheduled design last week, so be sure to go over and check out the shop so you guys can see that. Everybody who's ordering, we're getting those fulfilled as quickly as we can. Thank you so much for your help. We make a few bucks off of each thing, so it is cool just to help us in keeping our internet and our power and all of the things paid so we can keep putting out this content for you guys. But we love you all. We thank you so much. I'll see you over in the collective. I'll see you with the Heirs of the Promise shop. I'll see you in church this weekend if you want to come join us at AP Bible Church. And then otherwise, I will be back next Tuesday, so if you subscribe, tap the little bell icon, make sure you turn those on. You will get the weekly videos that I've been putting out on all things encompassing a heavenly minded home, homeschool, homemaker, all of the things. So hopefully it blesses you guys. Everything's linked down there. Again, be sure to check out your local Walmart or drugstore if you would like. You can probably find them cheaper if you look around. I'm just going to link the links that I can find, to be honest with you. But go and get the things. Hopefully you guys enjoy them as much as I have. These have been my go-to products for quite a while and they work out well. I enjoy them. So give it some time. Again though, water and diet, cutting out sugar, dairy, things like that, those are going to be your biggest game changers when it comes to skincare. And then the other things that you add on are just going to help kind of polish it up and help you feel a little more kind of feminine and well-rounded. So enjoy them, go and check it out. I will see you guys next Tuesday, if not all those other times before. Bye guys!